More often than not, when the subject of jobs comes up, it's to discuss the lack of employment opportunities.
In Decatur area, Macon and DeWitt, I think we're very fortunate to have a lot of jobs. There are jobs in our community. That's not the issue.
But because there are so many job and training opportunities, there are still issues. And that's why I'm meeting with the members of the Workforce Investment Board.
It's a combination of education, government, business.
Now, this board's scope is complex.
They sit down, they meet, they talk about the concerns regarding employment, the lack of skills, where the gaps are, how to identify the gaps, how to start fixing the gaps, who's hiring, and what are their issues.
You see, because it's not a simple problem to solve, even with our population and the availability of employment.
I think there's enough people. I think the issue is, do they have the skill sets that are now required of these jobs? These are not the same jobs that when you used to get out of high school 20 or 30 years ago.
Many of the available jobs require a certain degree of specialized training. And that's one of the several gaps that needs to be bridged between employer and job seeker.
I think entry-level positions are a good start for anybody, but today's jobs are tech.
Local employers also have their unique perspective on where the gaps exist.
I see the disconnect is right out of school, what the students want to do. Do they want to go into the workplace? Do they want to go and get continued education? It's getting them out there to let them know what the opportunities are.
Now, healthcare is one of the largest employment sectors in the state, and the employee need is ever growing.
Our barrier would be getting qualified candidates, because a lot of our positions do require licensure, certification, very specialized training.
Some other gaps appear to be possibly generational or even cultural.
An industry person told me in a meeting yesterday that he had someone come in for an interview in their pajamas.
But what we're finding right now is a lot of ghosting going on, if you've heard that term, where we contact a person, we may even interview them, then we try to contact them again and they've disappeared. They don't respond to us anymore.
We talk about essential skills a lot, and when employers call me, they say to me, you know, we can train them. We can train future employees. We can teach them a skill. But what I can't teach them are the essential skills, which in my day were called the soft skills. And a lot of those soft skills were taught in the home. How to show up to work every day on time, how to work as a team player, how to speak professionally, how to dress professionally, how to work as a team, how to follow directions.
Another gap to bridge out there is the sheer amount of information and then deciphering the services available to the job seeker.
Are we getting the information to the people at the right time in their education, in their lifespan? The students getting out of 8th grade, getting ready to go into high school, they should be career exploration. It should be all about trying to figure out what they want. Then they graduate from high school. Do they have all the options that are available for certifications, for training, short-term training, community college, 4-year programs, technical training? Do they have the information to make a good decision about workforce?
So this board is faced with many challenges, but the solutions and bridges are being built. For example, we have 2 excellent healthcare programs right here in Macon County, and Decatur Memorial Hospital has already established relationships with those programs.
So what we do is we partner with the local schools, Richland, Milliken, and other academies in the Central Illinois area. So we build those partnerships and those relationships, try to get the students early on, even before college. We'll go to the high schools. In fact, we have an event coming up here next month with high school students, and I think even junior high. So we want to build those relationships early on.
Through collaborations and partnerships with private and governmental organizations, training and education in other employment sectors are available and communicated through this board.
Richland Community College is currently having apprenticeship programs, soft skills, getting people ready.
So what we've been focused on recently is the immediate need in the workforce. Several employers have come to us in all the major areas in healthcare and manufacturing and transportation and saying we need workers now. So we've developed several short-term programs.
So when it comes time to consider a career path, navigating all these options may be daunting, but that's where Workforce Investment Solutions comes in.
I think that's where Workforce Investment Solutions can play a vital role, is that when these training programs are going on and we have customers that are enrolled and they meet our eligibility requirements, we can provide case management, which means we can help them with transportation, childcare, any of the barriers that may keep them from becoming successful in an education employment training plan. Our case managers are called career planners, and that's one of the things that they do is they sit down one-on-one, they develop a plan, they talk about the resources that are available, they talk about the barriers and how you're going to address them. That part of case management is key to any long-term training program.
In Decatur, this is Steve Nichols, WAND.